Here's a question, and I was hoping that you could leave this in the comments, just so I can have some ideas. If you could only have one food that you know would last for the next 20 years, what food would you store?
You know that feeling when you've been waiting a long time to try something really nice? And I mean really nice, not just an average day thing, but something that is a real treat. Well, I've got news for you, and this is a treat for you too. Today is the day. I am finally going to open up. I bet you thought it was this bottle of wine, didn't you? It's not, although I would like to open up my 2003 Silver Oak. Not today. What I am going to open is my 15-year-old supply of prep food. Now, we've been holding on to this, and we do have a couple of others that are just kind of sitting around, but it got to the point where we're sitting there talking, well, what happens if we do have to eat this stuff? I mean, can we survive on it? I mean, is it any good? Are we going to just gross ourselves out over a course of a month or so just eating this stuff? So I thought, since I'm gonna be at this house by myself for 1 week with nobody else here other than me, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a try. So I'm going to challenge myself to just eat this food for the entire week and see how I survive. For you, I am willing to try in case you find yourself in a situation where you have to eat prep food for a long period of time. You will see if you can do this. Now, I'm not really, I think, sad at some of this food. I mean, it doesn't make me unhappy. I mean, like, if you look, let's see, we've got 4 serving pouches of potato soup, tomato soup, creamy rice, rice and beans, oatmeal, 6 grain cereal. So I've got some breakfasts and lunches taken care of. I've got 2 different types of milk. I have 8 serving pouches of regular milk and also 8 serving pouches of chocolate milk, which I don't know if this is astronaut food or what this is, but I know that there is not milk sitting inside of here. And it also has 16 serving pouches of rice and black beans. So it says it's delicious, healthy entrees, quick prep meals. All I'm going to need is boiling water. I can take care of that. I can successfully boil water. I have proven that. And an easy to carry, wait a minute. This thing is not easy to carry. And it's 100% vegetarian, which is really good for me because, well, no, I'm not a vegetarian, but still, I guess it's time. This is the week that I'm gonna start. So this right here is supposed to last 20 years. I'm sitting at the 15-year mark, so I could probably get 5 more years out of it. But if I'm not ever gonna eat this in the case of an emergency, why even keep it around? So stick with me over the next couple of days as I try to experiment eating all of the different types of food that are stuck in this container. Creamy vegetable rice, and it'll be interesting to kind of look through some of these ingredients here to see exactly how bad some of these things are for you compared to just eating regular food. Ooh, here we go now. Chocolate milk. That is very powdery feeling. Potato soup. I don't feel any potatoes in there. And the potato soup just keeps on coming. Some tomato soup. All right, let's see. Just so you want to see how these are packed in here. That's kind of, they're just, you know, these little foil things are just stacked one on top of each other. Oh, here we go, breakfast time. Here's some oatmeal. Love some oatmeal. I really do like oatmeal. I don't know if I like oatmeal that is 15 years old that's been stored in my garage at all temperatures. But, okay, here we go. Rice and beans. That feels a little dry. Okay, rice and beans. Oh, here we go. Some instant milk. Don't know why this says instant milk and the other just says chocolate milk. Well, we have opened this up and everything's in there. Everything seems to be in good condition. I just have to kind of read some directions on how to use this. And the other thing that I have a question on too is, once I open this up, will I be able to reuse it again in a day or so? Does that mean I have to go through all the potato soup first before I switch on to go to more tomato soup? Usually when you get back and you're by yourself, it is, you go to Cookout, go to In-N-Out Burger, go to Chick-fil-A and just, enjoy living up the bachelor life. But no, not me, not me. I am going to survive. and I'm going to show the world that I can do this. I've got this. Let's start making some food. So one of the major flaws that I see is, luckily the directions are on the packet. The problem is it says, boil 4 cups of water and add contents of the pouch. Cook for 10 minutes. So they're wanting you to cook the entire pouch. Now, I don't know if this entire pouch makes enough for like 4 or 5 people. I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to test the first pouch using everything in there and see how much potato soup it actually makes. And then I think for the other pouches, I'll be able to decide if I need to kind of partition it out a little bit just for me. Oh yeah, this is going to be way too much. I can see that already. This might be lunch and dinner. So it does say the ingredients. It says bring 4 cups to a boil, and then you want to go ahead for 10 minutes. You want to stir. Which honestly, if you're sitting here in prepper time, 10 minutes is a long time to sit there and let that burn. So I guess maybe if you had a fire source, that might be a little bit easier. But so we're supposed to let this cook, and we're supposed to stir it over a medium heat. So let's just bring this puppy back down. I'm gonna tell you up front, this color is not shaping up to be potato soup color. This is more like cinnamon applesauce, and there's a lot of chunks, which was unusual because there weren't chunks in the powder. Time for lunch. Anybody hungry for some potato soup? Let me say, I don't know if you can see it. I would say it does have a little bit of a baby poop consistency, or at least a color. It's actually hardened up quite a bit to more of a baby food consistency. But it smells okay. It does not smell bad. But and I did confirm too that if you put in all of those, it makes a huge serving. So I would say a family of 4, if in a survival mode, needs to live on just that, then yes, that one packet would probably be good for one meal for a family of 4, maybe 5 if you have a young child with you. But let's try it. Let's see how it tastes, okay? Let's try it one more time. I mean, am I sitting down eating a bread bowl at Panera right now? No. Does it faintly taste like potato soup? Yes, it does. I mean, as good as you can get with 4 cups of boiled water and a big packet of potato powder, it's not bad. Is it something that I would want to do just for fun if I'm hanging out and I'd say, hey guys, let's grab some potato powder and cook ourselves up a meal? No. But if you had to, and if you needed to be able to get something in your system with just water being boiled, it's tolerable. So I am going to continue to eat the rest of this soup. And oh, and by the way, I did also treat myself to the wine as well. Good morning. Good morning. I would love to tell you that after eating the potato soup last night, I am super excited to wake up and have some oatmeal. But I would absolutely be lying because I choked the soup down both for lunch and for dinner, and I need something different. So let's check and see what the oatmeal tastes like and if it's easy to make, and let's also see how the milk tastes as well. And I can tell you, it looks nasty. Oh my gosh, look at that color. That is not milk color. Oh, I can't even really define the color of it here. It's like brown milk. It's like the color of glue. Here, look at this. Ugh, that is nasty. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I don't think I can drink this warm. So let's put this one away for a minute and let's make some oatmeal. So this should be good. I've got the oatmeal done. I let it heat up for about 5 minutes on boiling water, took it off, let it sit for about another 5 minutes, and here we go. It looks like every other oatmeal I've ever eaten. I haven't tasted it yet. But before I do, I want to say, in regards to, I'm not doing this just as some type of gimmick. I sincerely like the aspect of prepping. I think it's important that you are prepared for different things. And I think it's also kind of fun to see, if I'm in that situation, what is the food that I'm going to eat taste like? So with that in mind, let me first taste the oatmeal on its own without any of the extra fun things that I've brought along that make oatmeal that much better. So oatmeal by itself. That's good. I mean, it sincerely is really good. I mean, I could eat this on its own. I like it. I really do. Let's add some of the fun stuff in, which is basically some crushed up walnuts, some raisins, and a little bit of brown sugar, which is stuff that I would probably have. We do keep a large amount of that around the house, so it's probably stuff that we would have that we would be able to enjoy in case of an emergency. So now look at that. That looks good. That is the prepper food that I can eat every single morning for breakfast. So I'm gonna eat. Happy breakfast. Here, check this out. This is the milk. Actually, this is the milk. I don't know what this is. So it does not have the consistency of milk, and it does not look like milk. It looks honestly more like sewage than anything. All right, well, now for the moment of truth. This is probably the thing that I was least looking forward to doing, was drinking this. Well, let's see what it looks like after I give it a quick spin here. Ugh, no, it smells like plastic. All right, here we go. That is milk, powdered milk. Cheers. Oh God, that tastes horrible. It just tastes horrible. Oh, hold on. There's no way that's... I am sorry. This literally should be on Fear Factor. This is probably one of the grossest things that I have ever tasted in my entire life. It is awful. If I was left with this is the nutrition that I had to try and choke down on a regular basis, if I was in survival mode, I hope there's water. Because this, now I don't know if you mix this with something, if it tastes better, if you throw it in with pancakes or something like that, but this is absolutely awful. No. All right, it's lunchtime, and I need something to remove the taste of that milk, because that was awful. So we've got rice. let's see how this tastes compared to everyday rice. It's rice. It's good. Now, this is the scary part. This right here, I don't know if you can see this. This is the tomato soup that they have. It's almost like barbecue sauce texture, but or like barbecue sauce color. It smells like tomato soup. It smells like any tomato soup I've ever eaten, but it's got little chunks of things that I even tried to whisk it and it did not come out. So I'm not sure what these chunks are. It looks like a kind of a tortellini or something like that in there, but it just doesn't look good. So let's try it. Bottoms up. It's better than the potato soup. By far better than the potato soup. It doesn't look appetizing. It's like little tiny bits of like tortellini, some noodles that are in there, a little bit of pasta that is in there. I don't know. It's not something that I would sit down and order at a restaurant for sure. But I think if I had to try and survive on this, I probably could. And then mixed with the rice, I'm sure it'll be good. Yeah, I like it. It is with great trepidation that I come to you this morning. And it's not because it's a bad morning. It's actually a pretty good morning. It's kind of stormy outside, and I like that. But it's because what I am holding in my hand is the chocolate milk packet. And I'm telling myself, okay, the milk itself tasted like liquid rubber. And I don't want to put my mouth through that again, or my stomach for that matter. But in order to be true to this test, I'm sitting here looking at chocolate milk and I need to drink the chocolate milk. So I think I'm gonna have to do it. Actually, it smells like chocolate. Can you see in there? I still think it's gonna taste like chocolate rubber, but let's try it. That is so weird. Look how it just sits on top of there.
Great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away.
So as we wait for our milk to coagulate, kind of rhymed, that's cool. We're gonna try some 6-grain cereal for breakfast. Just bring 4 cups of water to a boil and add in and let simmer for 15 minutes. So that sounds pretty easy. All right, let's do it. All right, we're ready to go. I'm hungry too, so hopefully this tastes good. I'm gonna start with the chocolate milk. It doesn't look horrible, and it still actually smells like chocolate, a little bit like rubber, but it does smell a little bit like chocolate. And I'm smart this time. I brought a grape juice chaser, so if it does go down bad, this will cleanse the palate. And then I do have the 5-grain cereal. I honestly don't know what this is. I've never had this before. I don't know what you eat it with. I don't know if you put anything else in it, but I'll just try it the way that it is and see how it tastes. So first, the chocolate milk. Okay, that just clumped in there. Did you see that? Something literally just clumped into the bottom of this, and I can't see it. I don't know what would, though. It's been stirred. All right, well, regardless. Cheers. Oh, okay. One more just for content's sake. Yeah, no, it's bad. Just have a good water supply. If you need to get into a survival mode, please have a water source, because this is not going to do it. No, this is gone. And I'm going to cleanse the palate. So again, now like the 5 or the 5 grain cereal, I'm not sure what it was, but it looks like an oatmeal, but really more oaty than the oatmeal was, if that's even a thing. But let's try it. It's really earthy. I mean, it tastes like you're eating. I mean, it tastes like you're eating oats. I would not say it has any flavor. I honestly don't even know what the flavor is. It's kind of like tofu. It's going to take on whatever else you put inside of it there. Yeah, it's really bland. I think if you had berries or some brown sugar, just kind of treat it like oatmeal. It'll probably be pretty good. But all right, I'm gonna choke this down and get ready for the rest of the day.
All right, I apologize for the abrupt ending of this video. This is Dirk from the future, and I have a very good reason why. I don't know if it was the potato soup or it was the milk. No, I do know. It was probably the milk. But that next day, I got sick. And I mean sick to where I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done with this challenge, which isn't really that good considering that if this is in a situation where I needed this food, what would you do? So I've thought of a couple of things that I think will help in preparation for the future of what we're going to do personally and what I think you should do too. So the first thing is find the foods that you would like. And here's a question, and I was hoping that you could leave this in the comments just so I can have some ideas. If you could only have one food that you know would last for the next 20 years, what food would you store? Because that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not going to let some bucket that has a bunch of different types of food that they say is healthy sitting in my garage for the next 15 or 20 years. I am going to have food that I like. So what food would you like to have? The other thing that I think is important is that make sure that you have a lot of water. I mean a lot of water, because no matter what you do, and if you do nothing else, do this. Do not rely on powdered milk. No matter what you do, please don't rely on powdered milk. But hopefully, if it comes to that kind of an event, you're going to be able to survive. You've got the right kind of food. And I know that this was a great lesson for us because now I have a little bit better idea of what we need to do if we ever needed to store our own food.